Get ready to witness a true story that will leave you questioning the boundaries of ambition and the depths of human deception. In a world where dreams collide with greed, one individual dared to orchestrate an audacious plan that would make history, such as the story of Charlie Javice, the mastermind who cunningly lied to JPMorgan Chase, swindling an unfathomable $175 million. From the glimmering heights of success to the dark underbelly of deceit, this video unravels the thrilling journey of a relentless con artist. Let's start with a little background to understand who Charlie was. Growing up in an affluent New York family and attending a prestigious French-American private school, Charlie's entrepreneurial aspirations seem to have taken root in her teenage years. Her first venture idea emerged after a trip to Thailand. Inspired by the lack of credit access for people in developing nations, she envisioned a non-profit called poverup. It aimed to provide small, low-interest and secure loans to the underprivileged using an online platform powered by microfinance. The idea was to alleviate poverty with just a click of a mouse, harnessing small student contributions to make these loans possible. However, continue watching, as we will later discover even this venture was not what it appeared to be. After high school, Charlie pursued finance and law studies at Wharton. Her venture gained attention, earning her a feature in Inc. magazine, which dubbed her idea one of the coolest college startups. Simultaneously, Fast Company listed her as one of the 100 most creative people. It was during this time that she realized the power of media attention, a skill that would prove vital in her journey. Charlie's rising profile caught the eye of the Peter Thiel Foundation, which offered students a $100,000 scholarship to pursue their entrepreneurial dreams outside of college. However, despite the tempting opportunity, Charlie decided to remain in school, gaining even more media attention. Stay tuned as we reveal the truth behind all this and more. After graduation, Javice set out to explore untapped market opportunities. Through multiple revisions of her business plan, she stumbled upon the free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, a program that distributes over $249 billion to 13 million students annually. However, the application process is notorious for its complexity, resulting in billions of dollars in unclaimed aid each year. Determined to help students, Charlie devised a solution, a simplified FAFSA application that could be completed in under 5 minutes. Named Frank, this platform aimed to provide a user-friendly experience, eliminating math errors and complicated verifications. With most students able to finish the process in just under 5 minutes, Frank offered transparency on eligibility and assisted in planning educational expenses. The platform's name, Frank, symbolized its commitment to honesty, a core value of the project. Leveraging her media exposure and connections, Charlie easily secured funding for her venture. Within a few years, Frank raised over $20 million and acquired a user base of more than 300,000. So far, so good, right? But there's a twist. On the surface, the company appeared to be a tremendous success, and Javice capitalized on every opportunity to promote herself as an up-and-coming star in the business world. However, soon enough, major red flags began to emerge. In 2017, the Department of Education issued a cease and desist letter due to Frank potentially misleading students about its affiliation with the official government website. Javice had to clarify the company's marketing to emphasize its lack of association with the U.S. government. Moreover, in December 2017, Javice wrote an opinion piece for the New York Times on FAFSA's complexities, but it contained numerous inaccuracies that required corrections. These incidents raised questions about the CEO's expertise in the field. Despite these red flags, the general public paid little attention, as Javice was on a media tour, appearing in various articles and podcasts. Her media presence culminated in her inclusion on Forbes' prestigious 30 Under 30 list in 2019. All was going according to plan. That was until she bit off more than she could chew and tried to lie to JPMorgan. Stay tuned to find out exactly what happened. In 2021, Javice began considering the sale of her venture. As summer neared, she managed to secure a meeting with JPMorgan, who saw her company, Frank, as a valuable opportunity to expand their presence in the growing market of student financial products. During the meetings, Javice presented her company as an acquisition machine, highlighting its impressive record of acquiring over 4.5 million customers in just 4 years. She emphasized that Frank possessed unparalleled insights about students compared to other lenders, colleges, or employers. Javice's pitch resonated with JPMorgan, leading to the acquisition of her company for an astounding $175 million. It was a remarkable success for Javice. This all sounds like a piece of cake to Javice, right? Not so fast. Let's see what happens next. An important step remained. The bank needed to conduct due diligence. Among the top priorities on JPMorgan's checklist was verifying the claimed 4.5 million customers Javice had touted. The value of the company heavily relied on the quality of its customer base. The higher the number, the greater the price JPMorgan was willing to pay. But something unusual occurred. Javice declined to provide the customer list, citing privacy concerns. However, there was another motive behind her reluctance. She was hiding the truth. The reality was that Frank had fewer than 300,000 users, not the claimed 4.5 million. So, turns out Javice lied to JPMorgan, and she thought she could get away with it. Let's see what else unfolds next. As July 2021 arrived, Charlie found herself at a crossroads. To proceed with the deal, she needed to present the data. She faced a tough decision. Should she disclose the actual figures and risk losing a highly profitable deal, or should she fabricate the numbers to secure the acquisition? Charlie had reasons to worry. Prior to JPMorgan, there had been another potential buyer for her company. However, after they discovered the real numbers, they withdrew from negotiations. Faced with this predicament, Charlie chose to falsify the data, hoping she could successfully pull it off. Up next, let's see how Javice attempts to seal the deal. To accomplish this, Charlie enlisted the help of Olivia Amar, the Chief Growth Officer. Their initial plan involved creating fake accounts, but their top engineer questioned the legality and declined to assist. Undeterred, Charlie sought the aid of a professor known for creative solutions for data problems. Together with the professor's team, they developed an algorithm that generated over 4 million fake customer accounts based on real profiles. With a breath held, they submitted the list to JPMorgan, and astonishingly, the bank giant fell for the ruse. In gratitude, Charlie paid the professor $18,000, and the fake customer list was promptly destroyed after analysis. As an added precaution, Amar spent $105,000 to obtain a separate backup data set of 4.5 million students. Following the successful deal, Charlie received $10 million in compensation and qualified for a $20 million retention bonus as a managing director at JPMorgan. Amar, now an executive director, received $5 million and a $3 million retention bonus. Charlie proudly flaunted her achievements on social media, believing it to be the start of a fairy tale new chapter. However, little did she know this illusion of glory was destined to shatter. Let's find out how. Months later, JPMorgan focused on integrating Charlie's company and team into their operations, aiming to utilize the large customer base they had obtained. However, when they sent advertisement emails to 400,000 Frank customers, a serious issue became apparent. Only 20% of the emails were successfully delivered, and a mere 1% were opened. Digging deeper into the issue, JPMorgan uncovered the incriminating email exchange with the corrupt university professor, and they were furious. In response to the damning evidence, both Amar and Javice were suspended from their roles at JPMorgan. Then, in December of 2022, JPMorgan took legal action and filed charges against them. Javice, not one to back down easily, sought to retaliate and countersue. She argued that her termination was unjust, but let's face it, fabricating an entire business is far from justifiable. Do you think Javice has even the slimmest chance of obtaining justice? Let's see what the court has to say next. Unfortunately for Javice, the court found the evidence against her to be strong. In April 2023, she was found guilty on 4 counts, which included falsely and dramatically inflating Frank's customer numbers and fraudulently deceiving JPMorgan into acquiring her company. Charlie Javice's audacious attempt to deceive JPMorgan while assuming they wouldn't investigate further is truly astounding. However, delving into her past reveals a pattern of deception. Remember how we mentioned her first venture, poverup, and that she turned down a Peter Thiel scholarship? Well, as it turns out, poverup has no official record of registration, and alleged partners deny any involvement. Despite claiming to raise $300,000, no loans were ever disbursed. Similarly, the assertion of turning down a Peter Thiel scholarship is refuted by the grant overseer. Javice continued her delusion with Frank, fabricating signups and prioritizing growth at any cost. Javice's story mirrors cautionary stories like Holmes and Beckman-Fried, where flashy marketing masked poor management. Remember, there are no shortcuts to instant success and wealth. Smart decisions and proper investments are key. Fortunately, our channel is here to guide you. Click the video in the description below to uncover the 14 closely guarded secrets known only to billionaires. It's time to set yourself on the right path to financial freedom.